I believe this capitalism is the worst system of its kind except for all the rest, and key to maintaining capitalism is fair wage labor compact and competitive markets. And I think the markets are no longer competitive. I think they're failing.
And what do you cite as evidence of a lack of competitiveness?
Press release where the name Amazon is in it, and in 2 hours of the opening bell, healthcare industry sheds $31 billion. Amazon could take any stock on this board that's a consumer stock down 30% in 30 days with 30 press releases.
Isn't that just a reflection of the power of Amazon to attack other markets and their margin in that market and their ability to deliver efficiency? Why is that a bad thing?
Because if one company becomes so powerful it can deny the mother's milk of business, which is capital, you end up where we are, and that is new business formation has been halved in the last 40 years. And it's harder, there's 2/3 of the stocks have gone away, and it's harder to build a middle class. The middle class is failing because of the consolidation of power among a few companies. P&G, Unilever, GM, the titans of yesterday, 200,000 employees, 100 billion in market cap. Facebook, 590 billion in market cap with 24,000 employees. So trust your feelings. Which would have more hiring, a broader tax base, more competitors, more millionaires, maybe less billionaires, but more millionaires? Amazon, Apple, Facebook, or Google, or Amazon, AWS, Amazon Fulfillment, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Apple, iTunes, Google, YouTube. Search your feelings. You know this to be true. Come to the light.
Come me. You're talking to me. Where do you come down?
We need you.
Well, you need me, huh? Well, I've got a lot of introspection to do.
So I strongly agree with Scott with respect to entrepreneurship and innovation. I think that whenever you get the level of economic power concentrated in one place that we have in those companies, historically the country has made a choice to try to protect entrepreneurship, to protect the middle class. We did this with Standard Oil at the beginning of the 20th century. We did it with banks after the depression.
AT&T as well.
Exactly. And I would argue that I believe we got cell phones 10 years earlier than we would have gotten had AT&T been left alone. And, you know, there's no question that the Microsoft antitrust case was fundamental to helping companies like Google get started. These guys have run unchecked for a very long time, and they are indisputably, with the exception of Apple, but if you look at Google or Alphabet, if you look at Facebook, you look at Amazon, they are monopolists or monopsonists. They have levels of market power we haven't seen since Standard Oil, and the consequences for the economy are really difficult. What I would do, the first step, obviously, is to restrict their ability to buy new things, restrict their ability to transfer monopoly power from one division to the next. In the case of Amazon, it's really important not to allow them to vertically integrate. They have all this data, and they can, you know, as Scott was saying relative to stocks, they do this to individual products. You know, they look at all the data, they go, that product's hot, I'm going to do an Amazon Basic and wipe that guy out. And they have lured everybody into their system very, very effectively because they have all the customers, but they also have all the control. And this is a question for society to ask. Do we want to get to a world where there are 3 or 4 companies dominating everything? Or do we like the idea that you have the opportunity for startups to happen and new people to create new and innovative things?
You know, one of the responses, Scott, of course, to what you're saying is that there are these businesses that are software-based, that have network effects, that naturally will tend in this direction, right? If you took YouTube out of Alphabet, would Google search not still be a virtual monopoly?
So there's a general notion that because of network effects, these guys become natural monopolies fast, and the world is what it is. And I believe the world is what we make of it. And if we were to take AWS away from the Amazon retail platform, you would end up with the Amazon platform not effectively doing modern-day information age steel dumping, and that is pricing their products below cost. When the Chinese did it with steel, it was illegal, but somehow when Amazon does it in the retail sector, it's innovation. So Google, YouTube, Google Cloud, 3 companies duking it out. To Roger's point, we have collectively made a decision, and maybe it's the right decision. The mission of America used to be to create tens of millions of millionaires. If you played by the rules, you save money, you could become a millionaire. It appears with our policy around letting these guys go unchecked that we've decided our new goal as a society is to collectively crown the first trillionaire. And maybe that's the right way to go. Maybe there is an ecosystem around this trickle down, but we would have a much more robust ecosystem with these guys split up. We might end up back in the same place as we did with AT&T, but if we want to unleash innovation, break these guys up. This isn't about restraining This isn't about restraining competition, it's about oxygenating the marketplace again.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.